your statements that you are going to terminate, okay, all of the WEC commissioners and their senior staff. But then you go on to say that you will require the WIC staff for them to reapply for a new constructed board. Didn't you just contradict yourself in that? How are you going to terminate them and then rehire them?
If there's, let's just say, just to make the math easy, there's 10 people on the staff at WEC. If there's not a single good one in that entire 10, then they won't be hired back. But if there is one or two good people in there, then we will hire them back. If there are some good people working at WEC, maybe that they are upholding the law, then I don't think we should throw the baby out with the bathwater. But if all 10 of them are bad, I won't hire them back. That's the way I run my business. You just don't lop everything off. You got to go in. I'm assuming some of them are hardworking, good people, and I don't think that they should be fired. I've never done a group firing. It's just the way I operate. So if there's one or two good ones in there, I'll hire them back. If there's none, we won't hire any of them back. That's the concept behind that.
So you also said that you would propose a ban on unmanned ballot boxes. So in essence, then you would, as governor, allow drop-in ballot boxes?
Only if there's a municipal clerk or somebody there watching it. So when I was in the service, we had a thing called positive chain of custody. Whether it was a secret document or even a soldier's drug test, it had to be manned. It had to have positive chain of custody from beginning to end. And that's what I mean by that.
Okay. You also said that you support education reform. Can you tell me, because you and your children have not been in the state of Wisconsin, they have not been educated in Wisconsin schools. All right. And you're claiming that, all right, the issues that are surrounding education, for all families. Have you been to any school board meetings this past year in your school district?
No, I have not.
Okay, and then what can you tell me is the most important issue, all right, facing public schools today? What is most important?
Well, we have liberal school boards is probably the biggest problem, and they were elected or they were put up for election and supported by the teachers union. I think we saw a great movement this spring all over Wisconsin, where a lot of conservative, truly concerned parents were elected to school boards. So it's bottom-up leadership. That's the way it should be done. But, I'm a full Wisconsinite. I went out to the East Coast to run a big project, at the time our largest project. My wife and I chose to keep our family together. And those are our priorities: God, family, and country. But you don't have to have kids in school to understand the problems that we have in school today. I've been around the block far enough to know that I can see a problem from a mile away.
Are you gonna when are you gonna have permanent residency in Wisconsin? Just kind of things like that.
Yeah, I am a permanent resident of Wisconsin. I am living here full time. Once that big project was over with years ago, I started doing a reverse commute. So like a lot of people that work at Michels, we employ 8,000 people, and we work all over North America, from Seattle to Miami, from San Diego to Maine. And our people have to pack their bags. I just kind of did it in reverse. I was on the East Coast on weekends, to be with my family, to help raise our son and our daughter. And Sunday night or Monday morning, I came to Wisconsin. This is where our business is. This is where my office is. This is where my duties are and always have been, other than that big, super challenging project that we had in Manhattan. I did the right thing for our company, and I did the right thing for my family. But, all this political nonsense about I'm not a true Wisconsinite, it's in my book, it's dirty politics. I was born and raised here. I've been a resident of Wisconsin my entire life. And this is home, and it always will be.
Okay.
You don't have to name them. I'm just wondering if the people are on board.
Yeah. You know, I think even though I lost to Russ Feingold, people, you know, thought very highly of the integrity of our campaign, of the effort that we put forth. And I'm here to tell you that as, you know, great a job as we did in 04, this is a completely different level that we're at right now in this 2022 race for governor. I have an A-plus team put together. We have a tremendous message. We're getting that message out all over the state. And the grassroots support that I got in 04, and I appreciate everybody that supported me then, it pales in comparison to the tremendous enthusiasm that we're seeing right now.
I think we should have endorsed at the convention, or?
Yeah, I mean, I support the process, and you know, I've gone through the interviews to be able to speak at the convention. I know I got in late, but I've met all the thresholds. I think it's going to be an exciting weekend. You know, I like Becky. The differentiator is our background and our experience. I don't need to run for governor, like Trump didn't need to run for president, but you know, he wanted to drain the swamp, and I want to go to Madison and get this state headed back in the right direction. And I have the leadership skills to do that.
And you said you were going to turn it right down.
Yeah, so does everybody else, though.
Have the experience.
Yes, yeah. They all.
You know, if Democrats campaigned as on their Democratic platform, they would never win a single race. Well, maybe in some of, you know, the very blue states or inner cities, but you know, here Tony Evers is coming out saying, I'm going to be a tax cutter, or I am a tax cutter. You know, a little late, Tony. We'll make sure that people know about that as well. But urge the rolls to make sure that those that are indefinitely confined don't get a ballot mailed to them for the rest of their entire lives. COVID's over. COVID's over, and we're not going to allow that anymore. And I'm not just some politician that went to the hood. We work in those neighborhoods. We work in those neighborhoods in Milwaukee. We work in those bad neighborhoods in Minneapolis. We work on the south side of Chicago, Seattle. We work all over the country, and you'll hear it in my ad. But our people, we've seen the theft. We've seen the theft right on our job site. We've heard the shots fired. We've seen the radical driving. People just crazily driving through the job sites and 80 miles an hour, and unfortunately, we've had people get hit as well. So I'm not just some politician talking about stopping crime. I've seen it, I've witnessed it, I've experienced it, and it has to stop. We will back the blue. We will stop the liberal DAs from doing the catch and release, and we will get things a lot more better, livable in Wisconsin, if you will.